Perfect. So, hi everyone. Welcome to today's Bridges to Better Business workshop. My name's Angie. I'm the program manager for the Business Center Guelph-Wellington. Today we have a little special decompress for the whole insanity that has been October between Small Business Month, Circularity Month, Co-op Week this week. I thought it'd be a nice little treat. So today we have Sara Novak who will be joining us, and we're gonna do a little bit of a break and do some chair yoga, and I'm very excited for this. So I will introduce Sara without any ado, but please, if you have any questions, concerns, any comments or things like that as you're moving through, don't hesitate to throw them in the chat. I will still be monitoring that on both ends. So Sara, welcome. Thank you for
Hi.
joining us.
Good morning, and thank you and Christelle so much for having me here. It's always a pleasure. I love the Business Center. You've helped me quite a bit, and now I want to share some of my wealth with everybody. And as Angie said, if you have questions or you're concerned about something, throw it into the chat. This is very informal, and there's so few of us that we can stop. I'll start off by saying we'll begin by centering ourselves. So we're going to transition from what we were just doing into our practice. You should have a chair. Hopefully it doesn't have arms like this. If it does, that's okay. We can work around it. And I'm going to just go over a couple of the postures for, for me, I find I often have I'm tense, especially if I'm at work. So my shoulders tend to come up here. When we're practicing today, we're going to try to create space between our ears and our shoulders. And it's easy to do that by slightly lifting our breastbones up. I'm exaggerating here, but just to show you what I mean, when I do this, my shoulders automatically come away from my ears. The other posture that's important is our bellies. Because we're sitting on chairs, we want to have some stability, safety first. So pretend like you're blowing out a birthday candle. And we do this by inhaling through our nose and then exhale through your mouth like you're blowing out a birthday candle. Now try that again. And this time, put your hands on your tummy when you blow out so you can feel, I'm sorry I'm back and forth like this, but it's important so you can see, so you can feel the movement, the mechanics of your belly. So inhale through your nose, exhale through your mouth like you're blowing out a candle, and hands on tummy. So you feel your tummy compressing. It's almost like your navel heading towards your spine. One more time, inhale through your nose and blow out through your nose the same way that you were doing like you were blowing out the birthday candle. If blowing out through your nose doesn't feel right, use your mouth. This practice is for you. You get to design it, what makes you feel good. If something doesn't work, like if I'm doing this and this doesn't work for you, simply do this. We want to move, but if this isn't accessible, maybe this is. If this isn't accessible, maybe this is, right? This is your practice. So, the other thing is your jaw. For me, I often am very tense. That's why I started doing yoga, because I'm so tense. When I say relax your jaw, the way I do it is I bring the tip of my tongue against the back of my upper teeth. Automatically, my teeth separate. So try it. You don't have to open your lips, just that will automatically separate your top teeth from your bottom teeth and relaxes your jaw. And the last thing is forehead. I mean, I don't really know what to say about that. Just awareness that, focus, and the forehead is all bunched up. Okay. So if you're on a chair with wheels, it might be a good idea to push it up against something so you don't rock and roll and fall off your chair. Okay. I'm ready to begin now that I've given you all of those verbal cues. Sit back in our chairs, feet sorry if you can't see my head's not the most important thing. Feet on the floor, they should be touching. If they're not, you could put something under your feet that's sturdy. Your hands can be in your lap. And again, we're going to start from the beginning where my breastbone is slightly lifted so that my ears and my shoulders have space between them. I'm nice and relaxed. I'm going to ask you to lower your gaze or close your eyes and take some regular breaths here. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, and just kind of check in with your body. See if anything feels tight or hot. Just notice, do a quick body scan from the top of your head all the way down. Just notice, no judgment really. There's no time or space for judgment here. There's too much going on already. And just keep breathing. We're transitioning from what we were doing to this practice. Inhaling and exhaling. And just noticing some body awareness. Maybe feel your buttocks against the seat. Your back up against the backrest. Nice and relaxed. Whatever works for you. A couple more breaths. And then we're ready to begin our practice. And we're going to start with warming up. I know I get up and down a lot to position my camera so that sure that you can see me. We're going to start with gentle neck movements. Everything is very gentle, very slow. Very gently and slowly look over your right shoulder, feet on the ground, breastbone slightly lifted. Come back to center. Inhale, look over your left shoulder, little stretch. Back to center, exhale. Inhale, right shoulder. Exhale, back to center. Inhale, left shoulder. Exhale, back to center. Inhale, right shoulder. Make sure your tummy is pulled in. Exhale, back to center. Inhale, left shoulder. Exhale, back to center. Now we're going to switch it up a bit. Inhale, very slowly lower your right ear to your right shoulder. Feel a stretch in the left side. It should feel good. If it doesn't, back off a little bit. Come back to center. Exhale. Inhale, left shoulder. Exhale, back to center. Inhale, right shoulder, breastbone slightly lifted, tummy engaged. Exhale, center. Inhale, left shoulder. Exhale, back to center. Last time on both sides. Inhale, right shoulder. Exhale, back to center. Inhale, left shoulder. Exhale, back to center. Very slowly lower your chin to your chest. Shoulders draw back. Tummy in. Jaw relax. Slowly bring your head back up. And again, inhale. Lower your head. While it's down here, you can exhale, draw your belly in. Come on back, inhale. Inhale and exhale as you see fit for this. And we're going to lower our chin to our chest. Very slowly rotate our right ear towards our right shoulder. And you should feel a different stretch in your left side. And it should be gentle. No pulling, no tugging. And then roll back to center. All the way to the left side. Again, nice and slow. I don't know about you, but this feels quite yummy for me. And again, roll to center and to the other side, lovely and slowly. A couple more times like this at your pace. And if you hear some crunching, it's because your ears are so close to the area that we're moving. But sometimes there's a crunching sound, which feels really weird or sounds weird. Last time to the left. And then we'll come on back to center. Very nice. We'll do some shoulder shrugs. And again, draw your belly in. Breastbone up a little bit. Bring your shoulders up to your ears. and release. And again, inhale, shoulders up, release, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Last time, inhale and exhale. A little bit of shoulder circles, nice and slow, full range of motion. Don't let the momentum do it for you. You're going to do it yourself. Tummy held in or drawn in. You don't have to hold it in. Just moving your shoulders forward and now moving your shoulders in a backward circle. And just breathe regularly here, whatever is comfortable for you. A couple more times like this. And then give it a little shake. And I'm going to ask you to do something you may not be used to in a regular yoga practice. Sit back, relax, hands on your lap or by your side. Close your eyes or lower your gaze. Check in. How do you feel? Any different from when you first started? Any changes? If not, it's okay. Just take a moment to ground. A couple of breaths here. All right, and I invite you back to our practice. I'm going to take my left arm. I'm going to stand for this. It's just more comfortable for me. You can remain seated if you like. I'm going to take my left arm. I'm going to hold it out. I have a tendency to do this, so I have to check myself. Lower my shoulder, flip my arm over, take my right hand, I draw down my arm, and I grasp the tips of my fingers, and very gently I pull back. Make sure that left shoulder stays low. And this can feel really good. I have a tendency, because it feels so good, to hold it a little too long and then it hurts. So we're not going to hold it for too long. Slowly release, shake it out, then shake out your arm. And same movement, second side, right arm comes up, flip it over. I caress my hand down my arm, pull my fingers back, stretch out my wrist, drop my shoulder. See my shoulder went up, drop your shoulder, that's right. It just has a tendency to do that. Slightly tug back your fingers, feel the stretch in this part of your wrist. When you're ready, let go, shake it out. All right, there's a technique that I love to use when I'm having an issue with a client or boss or something, and I feel anxious or uncomfortable. Rather than, running away or into the washroom, sometimes what I do is I'll stand up at my desk and I'll flap and I'll breathe, and it just releases some of the energy. So if you want to try it, just either standing or sitting, when I do that, I can flap and I can sort of shift from side to side. It just releases some of the excess energy or anxiety or tension, and then stop. Take a breath, big sigh. And again, one more time, flapping, inhaling and exhaling regularly. And then stop and big sigh. Inhale, exhale. Very nice. All right, the last movement we're going to do as part of our warm-up is for our hands. So either thumbs up or thumbs in, make a fist. And this is, again, another good way to release some energy, some pent-up frustration, and just squeeze your hands into a fist and then open them up and give your fingers a good stretch. And again, thumbs in or out, it doesn't matter. Squeeze, shoulders down, and your hands can be down or up or wherever. And then open up your fingers like a starburst. A couple more times. Squeeze, starburst, a good stretch. One more time. Squeeze and starburst. Oh, one more. So take our fingers, our thumbs, wrap our fingers around. I'm extending my arms just to show you, but I'm stretching this part of my wrist. So I'll do that again. My thumbs are in, my fingers wrap around, and I just move my hands forward and down. Little wiggle, one more time. I wrap my fingers around my thumb, and I'm stretching this part of my wrist. And then shake it out. Very nice. All right. We're going to get into some movement now. This here is called cat-cow, seated cat-cow. And essentially, when we were lifting our breastbones to the ceiling, we're going to be doing that. It's just exaggerated. And we're stretching out the front, the top of our chest. So that is known as the cow tilt. I don't know why. And then like an angry Halloween cat, we hunch over, slide your hands down. So you get a stretch in the top part of your back, close to your neck. And we're just going to repeat that. So there's an inhale here. And then an exhale, draw your belly in, try to blow out all of that breath. Lovely squeeze at the top. And again, inhale. Open up your chest, exhale, blow out all the air, draw your belly to your spine, feel that stretch in the top of your back. A couple more times like this, inhale. Exhale, blow all the air out. Angry cat. Last time, inhale. And then exhale, blow it all out. Very good, very nice. We're going to move into a twist. I'm going to straddle my chair. I'm not sure what chairs you're using, but for the twist, you can either do a simple twist, or you can make it more advanced by bringing an arm up on the opposite side of the direction you're pointing in. And again, my shoulders are away from my ears, my tummy is engaged. I grasp the back of my chair with the top arm, and I hold the bottom of the seat with my other hand. What I have to do is I have to physically move my breast tissue because it's in the way. And that helps me have a more accessible twist. Holding it here for a couple of breaths. Don't twist too hard though, especially if this is new to you. Just a couple of breaths here. You may not be comfortable moving your breast tissue if you're at work, but it just makes things more accessible, and that's what this practice is about. Just a couple of more breaths while you're in this twist position, inhaling and exhaling. And if at this point you feel like you want to give it more of a twist, just a little bit deeper, but again, safety first. And then come on back to center. Same movement, second side. So I'm straddling and I just twist my body around. And again, I have to move my breast tissue out of the way. Give a little twist. Gently at first, but if you feel like you're ready to advance it a little bit, go ahead. In your next breath, a little more of a twist, or maybe you can raise your spine up a little bit. A couple more breaths like this. And when you're ready, come on back to center. We're going to do a chair version of sun salutation, also known as sun salute. We've warmed up our arms and our shoulders and our midsection. And this is what it looks like. I can't get far enough away. Maybe I need to adjust my camera. And again, I remind you of the posturing. So my breastbone is slightly lifted, my tummy is slightly held in, jaw and forehead are relaxed. Bring my arms up overhead. I gaze up, inhale here. I bring my arms back down into a forward fold. Now my tummy tissue is in the way, so I fold it. And I just come halfway up. My hands are just underneath my knees. And then I dip back down and I exhale. I inhale, come all the way up again. I gaze up. I bring my hands down into prayer at my heart center, and then I release. We'll do that again with the breath. Your feet can be shoulder width apart if that works for you, or closer together. This is your practice. You get to decide what works for you. Inhale, hands come up overhead. Shoulders are away from my ears. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Hands are under my knees. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, hands come all the way up, shoulders away from your ears. Exhale, hands in prayer at heart center. Pause your breath. And again, inhale, gaze up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, all the way up, gaze is up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Pause your breath, hands by your side. We're going to do that a couple more times. Inhale, look up, shoulders away from your ears. Exhale, forward fold. Hands come to the floor, top of your feet, wherever it's accessible for you. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, all the way up, gaze up, shoulders are down. Hands to heart center, exhale. Hands by your side, pause your breath. Last time, inhale, look up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Hands by your side, pause your breath. We're going to check in again. Sit back, take a moment. Close your eyes or lower your gaze, hands on your lap or by your side, and just check it. How do you feel? Maybe recognize that your buttocks is on the seat and your back is up against the backrest. A couple of breaths here. Just notice if anything changed. And if not, that's okay. I feel happier. I feel warmer. How about you? And when we're ready, we're going to come back to center, continue on practicing. This movement is called pigeon. You'll notice lots of yoga movements are related to nature. So I'm sitting back in my chair. I take my left foot, I put it on top of my right thigh, but not on my knee. It's slightly away from my knee. I hold my foot in my hand. I take my right hand and I very gently put it on the crease of between my thigh and my shin. And I lean forward. And I feel a stretch in this hip. And just lean forward. And if you're loosening up, you can lean a little more forward. Breathe regularly. And when you're ready, come on back. Same movement, second side. I practice without shoes or socks, so this is a good opportunity for me to look at my feet. And again, I'm feeling a stretch in my left hip. And when ready, come on back. We're going to use the chair as a prop. I'm going to stand up. I invite you to stand up. Make sure that you have stability on the ground. Hold on to your chair. Find a spot across from you that's stable and not going to move. And if you can't stand, or if you want, you can use a wall and listen to my voice. If you need to step away from your camera. Find a spot opposite you that's not going to move. This is called tree pose, what we're going into. Shift all of your weight onto your right foot. Hold on to the chair. Bring your left foot either here or here, wherever is comfortable. Hold on to the chair, or if you've got a tree practice, you can bring your hands into prayer position or full tree. Shoulders are down, tummy is in. Take 4 breaths here. This is a balancing posture. Inhaling and exhaling, shoulders are down, tummy in. I love this posture. It's especially now that winter's coming up, because balancing on ice and snow is a good thing to do. Hands down, foot down. Same movement, second side. You can either move your chair around or change legs, change your posture at the wall. And focus on a spot on that's opposite you or on the floor that's not going to move. And when you're ready, really focus, laser focus. And then shift all of your weight to your opposite foot, bring your other foot up, or it can stay here, or even on the floor. If this is new for you, it doesn't have to be fancy. It's just starting. I've been doing this for a while. So my hands go into prayer, because if my hands go into tree, sometimes that's not good for me. And just take a few breaths here and focus on a spot on the wall. And if you wobble and you come out, you can start again in the beginning. Just like life. Sometimes we have to start again. That's why it's called a practice. A few more breaths like this. And when you're ready, bring it down. Wherever you are, just stand or sit. Take a few breaths here. Lower your gaze or close your eyes. One more time, checking in. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. This is called mountain pose. And sometimes we're strong like a mountain. And sometimes mountains shed some of their rocks. That happens in life too. We crumble a little. When you're ready, come on back. Have a seat or remain standing, or you can whatever works for you. We're going to do some breathing work. It's very simple. It's very simple. The thing that I like about this is called pranayama, breath work. And the thing I like about it is that it's portable and it's free. It's very soothing. It helps calm. And it's like money in the bank. The more often I do this, the more relaxed I am. And it goes like this. So I'm sitting back, my feet are on the ground, I'm nice and relaxed. And I inhale for a count of 4. I pause my breath for a count of 4. Exhale for a count of 6. Pause my breath for a count of 4. And when I say pause, it's hold your breath, but trauma-informed yoga tells me not to use the word hold your breath. It could be very triggering for some people. So we'll begin. We'll take a couple of breaths to get ready. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. We'll do this round. We'll do about 5, 6, 7 rounds of this breath. Ready to begin. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Pause. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pause, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Pause, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pause, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Pause, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pause, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Pause, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pause, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Pause, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pause, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Pause, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3. Pause, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Pause, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pause, 2, 3, 4. And just sit in this moment, in this stillness. Try to hold on to this feeling for a couple of breaths. Relax, relax, relax. We're going to do a quick meditation, body awareness meditation to help relax even further. So I invite you to draw your attention to the thumb on your right hand. You don't have to do anything with it, just be aware. And now the first finger on your right hand, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, your right wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, armpit, waist, hip, and buttocks. We'll move over to the other side, and I invite you to draw your attention to the thumb on your left hand, first finger, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, your left wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, armpit, waist, and buttocks. Now I invite you to draw your awareness to the back part of your body, your lower spine. We go up, slowly up the vertebrae to your middle back, slowly up some more to your upper back, up some more to the back of your neck, the back of your skull, the top of your skull, your forehead, eyebrows, both of your ears, your nose, your cheekbones, your mouth, your throat, your chest, your abdomen, your lower abdomen, and here is where we'll rest. And just rest here Nice and relaxed. Check in with your body, see where you're at. How do you feel? Different from when you first started? Maybe find a little gratitude. Silent meditation for a couple of moments. And then we'll close together. Get ready to come back to our practice together. Maybe move your hands and your feet a little bit, your legs and your torso. Just coming back to reality. When you're ready, you can open your eyes. And take an inhale. Exhale. One more time, inhale. Exhale. And I'm going to close our practice in the usual fashion by chanting Om and Shanti. Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Thank you so much for practicing today. I hope you enjoyed it.
Thank you so much, Sarah. That was great. Honestly, there's some of the stretches you're doing that I'm like, oh, my physiotherapist is gonna love me doing these because I have carpal tunnel in both wrists. So some of them are like, oh, that's very similar to those stretches. I
Yeah.
can feel that.
Yeah.
So no, that's wonderful. I hope everybody feels a little bit more relaxed to start their leading into their weekend. If you ever want to connect with Sarah, let me know. Sarah, do you have any ways you prefer people to connect with you if they ever want to have you run one of these as well or enjoy being more centered?
Yeah. Here's my email address.
Perfect. Awesome. So feel free to connect with Sarah. If you're watching on this after the fact, please send us an email, success@guelphbusiness.com, and I can connect you directly. I hope everybody had a good time. This will be available. You can watch it again, take a few minutes to breathe. It's something I'm sure most of us in the entrepreneurial space forget to do on a regular basis. So if you're anything like me, it is a regular thing of going, oh yeah, that's why my neck hurts.
Yeah.
Because stress does wonders. So for next week, we have a bunch of workshops still. It's our last week of our Bridges to Better Business program. Of course, we're going to still have other workshops and events later on in the months coming, but this is for this series. So Monday we have creativities for CEOs, and that's for anybody who is any kind of business owner. You don't have to be a highfalutin CEO to be part of it. You can join us. It's just getting those creative juices flowing as a business owner. And then we move into Forget Confidence. If you are an artist or a creative space person, please join us Tuesday night to talk about, we're being joined by the Guelph Arts Council and a couple of amazing artists within the Guelph-Wellington area who will be joining us to talk about how art can be a career. So if your mom told you that art is not a career, we're gonna just prove her wrong. So please join us on Tuesday evening for that workshop. If you're looking at being an author, we have how to write a book and get it published on Wednesday. And then next week as well, we get Invest in Guelph coming to talk about economic development. We have a workshop on video marketing, and we have 2 live events. So come visit us live. One is at the Friendly Society in Elora on Thursday afternoon, 3 to 5. And one is at City Hall. Come visit us at City Hall on Friday. It's our 1 year of being in the City Hall space. We would love to have you there. We'd love to see all the wonderful people who we've been working with over the past few years join us in person. It's hilarious because every time I do one of these, all I can think about is the fact that I never know anybody above their shoulders. When I meet people, I'm like, oh, you're like 6 foot, and I did not realize that you were that much taller than me. And it happens on a regular basis. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you join us. Those of you who are here in the Zoom room, please stick around for an extra second and we can turn everything off and have a quick chat. But for those of you on Facebook World and anybody who watches this after the fact, again, please just connect with us, success@guelphbusiness.com if you need any help with anything. Thank you so much, Sarah, for joining us. Do stick around as well for a second, and thank you, everyone.